Abilene Police are alarmed at the climbing number of fraud cases coming across detectives' desks. So far this year, nearly 60 fraud cases are under investigation.
And they expect that number to rise due to the fact that technology is evolving and these identity theft thieves are getting smarter. KTAB's Stacie Wirmel joins us live from South Abilene to give us a more in-depth look at this growing problem in our community. Stacie?
That's right, Bob and Brittany. This is a common place that people visit almost every day. They come and they put their credit card in to either draw money out or put money in their bank account, but it could be a place that you could fall victim to identity theft. Now, if you think back to October of last year, one of the biggest credit card scams made its way through Abilene. 3 suspects were able to place a card skimmer on ATMs just like this one, and nearly 3,000 First Financial customers fell victim to identity theft. Now, the company did work with the Abilene Police Department to get all of their customers their money back. Now, APD also tells me that another common type of identity theft is check forgery, and I spoke to a woman who has fallen victim to that as well.
That's a horrible feeling. I mean, the first thing you think of is if you got my bank account information, what else did you get?
She fell victim to one of the most common types of identity theft Abilene police say is being committed here locally, and that's check forgery. Now, raids online show that during the time frame of January 1st to today, there are currently 37 open cases on forgery.
I mean, you feel like you've been, well, obviously you've been robbed, but your privacy has been definitely invaded.
And even though she caught it early enough, it still takes time to undo all the damage done by these thieves.
About a 6 to 7 day time frame that they ran through a bunch of these checks, but it only took me a day to realize as these checks were coming through.
And another type of common identity theft committed in Abilene is credit card theft.
Somebody usually hacks a database that stores credit card point of sale transactions at different organizations.
From January 1st of this year to today, there have been 19 reports of credit card abuse.
Sometimes they know they got hacked, sometimes they don't.
He also explained thieves can gain your credit card information from car or home burglaries, and as I found out, even the trash.
Insurance, someone's car insurance that they obviously just threw out in the trash, and it's probably got some pretty good information on it that criminals probably could get a hold of.
But the most common type of credit card fraud is
A lot of frauds are orchestrated, is involving a computer nowadays.
and that's where McMurray instructor of computer science, Mr. B, comes in.
Where it's an issue is where you go to a website to perhaps do shopping or to conduct business in some way.
Like online banking.
Here's a website for Bank of America. And if you notice up in the top left-hand side, there's this a little green section, my mouse is pointing up there, it says Bank of America, and it shows a lock that is locked and it's green.
That's a way to know your information is safe, but if it looks too good to be true, it probably is.
And a lot of it can be traced back to emails where someone reacts to an email. Here's a special offer for you.
And both Detective Gates and Mr. B tell me it all just boils down to common sense.
The truth is, fraud's an up-and-coming crime. It's become the crime of the present and future.
So with that knowledge and once being a victim herself, Christy Campbell offers her own words of advice.
You know, don't just be standing there with your credit card where someone could easily take a picture of your card. You know, I try to keep my cards, you know, in their holder until I'm ready to check out, or if I have it in my hand, to keep it, you know, covered, so that way those numbers are not, you know, easily seen.
Now, Campbell tells me that the case is still open and no one has been arrested yet. Now, Detective Gates tells me the best way that you can not fall victim to identity theft is to constantly check your credit score. Now, you can do that once a year for free online, and luckily for me, I am not a victim of identity theft, just a whole bunch of student loans. Reporting live in Abilene, I'm Stacie Wirmel, KTAB News. Back to you guys in the studio.
Glad to hear that, and those student loans, we know you'll be paying them off hopefully in the near future. Well, thank you, Stacie, for that live report. Now, police say the criminals committing fraud crimes used to be people who lived outside of Abilene. Now, just as many of those people are call the Key City home. For more on protecting your identity, check out our website, bigcountryhomepage.com.